My name is Juliet Kasujja, and I am a banker. I got to know about Nella from a friend. She invited me to pass by Nella and check out the different products they had, and also to speak to a wellness specialist. I had tried different journeys, wellness journeys, and most of them were not very fruitful. So at this point in my life, I was overweight. I had associated health challenges, and I felt that I was tired of it, and I just felt like it was time for me to do something about it, because I kept thinking to myself, if I keep doing the same thing year in, year out, I will not get a different result. So I said, what am I going to do this year that will cause a difference? So I thought to myself, let me give it a shot. When I came through here, first of all, I looked at all the products on the shelf. I found them intriguing. I mean, you read different things: heart and blood pressure, immune support, brain support, stress relief, athletic boost, what? So that's where I started. So I thought in my at that time that I was just going to pick a few products off the shelf and disappear. And the gentleman behind the counter began to explain to me the different products, and I looked at the packaging, read the details. I found it intriguing. I said, really? I think one of my biggest challenges at that time was mental focus, because I would feel tired all the time. Like, even at the point I walked in, I was tired, and I looked tired, and I had like eye bags, from fatigue. And I was like, what can you give me quickly? Something quick. And he was like, why don't you speak to the dietitian? And I was like, no. And, we carried on like that. And he went ahead explaining to me all the different products on the shelf. So he was like, you know what? Why don't we give it a shot? So I went, filled in the paperwork. I found some of the questions on the paperwork to be very, like, they opened me up in a way, because they asked, how do you feel? Because one thing I can tell you about, like, when you're overweight, self-esteem, so it listed all these different things. How do you feel? Esteem levels, this, what, I felt like it opened me up. And then I finished the paperwork, and then I went in to see the dietitian. So that's how my journey began. During my consultation, I didn't feel like the dietitian was, like, ready to just hand out facts to me, like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to eat, and what. His approach was more like, tell me on average what your eating habits are like. So I began to take him through everything that I had been eating and what. And sometimes, as I was talking about some of the things that I would eat, I would even laugh at myself. Like, I know. And then he'd be like, it's okay, continue. So I felt encouraged to keep going on, and eventually he told me, he began now to explain to me like the better eating habits, the better, And then one of the things I remember stressing to him, I was like, I'm not going to stop eating this. I won't stop eating meat. I'll not stop eating chicken. I'll not stop eating pork. I'm not going to give up eating chocolates and what. And he said, it is well. I'm not trying to stop you, but I just want to teach you how to eat better, to eat healthy. So after the first consultation, he encouraged me to sign up for the meal plans, to start my healthy eating. I started a week of detox. Now, when I did that week of detox, one thing that I can say is mentally, I was ready for it because I was determined. I was tired. I was tired of my life, the way it was, like being overweight and being tired all the time. And so I really, like, as psychologically, mentally, I was ready for it. I realized that in just 1 week, I was feeling a lot better. I had mental clarity. I had focus. I could sleep better because before I had sleep apnea. At that time, I came in for my first consultation with a dietitian. Then one thing that I'll mention is after my review, after the 2 weeks, I had lost 3 kilograms, which was just too amazing. The minute I saw that I had lost 3 kilograms, I was ready to go. I said, you know what, let's do this thing. Because I had done everything. I had taken diet pills. I had done what I would do, exercise. I'd never had such results, right? Right now, as I speak, by the way, to date, I've lost 13 kilograms to date. And I'm still on my wellness journey. But I can say that I feel better. I feel healthier. I have a spring in my footsteps. And another thing that I'll say is a number of friends and family have been encouraged to join the wellness program after seeing my story because they had watched my journey. They've watched my journey, including my family. My whole family signed up for this. My husband is part of this wellness program too. And to date, he has lost maybe about like 8 kilograms. He has done his faster because he's been very disciplined. For me, I would keep having a few moments where I would like sneak in some pork, sneak in some chicken. But each time I would keep telling the dietitian, you know what, I must eat some prawns. Like I must eat some prawns today. And, he would not say, no, you cannot eat them. And, he would be like, it's well. But he would explain to me that, you see, this is your target. Now, in order for us to achieve this target, we have to do A, B, and C. So just know that each time you cheat, you're prolonging your journey. So if you are willing to prolong your journey, you can go ahead. However, it's a setback. And I would be like, okay. So we'd come to some kind of compromise on quantities, when I can eat them, how I'm going to eat them, that kind of thing. So sometimes I would, insist and be like, I must eat them today. And by the way, I'll mention that it's not like he totally refused me to eat any kind of animal protein. In that diet, he incorporated it because I told him I can absolutely not eat animal protein. So he did incorporate it, only that there are more vegetables, more fruits, and also regulating the number of times I would eat the animal protein. One of the things that I can really say is the dietitian really helped because one, when I would send the WhatsApps and, I would be like, I'm in a crisis. There's so much food around me, and then he would be able to guide and be like, can you, first of all, his first response would always be, can you eat some delicious vegetables around there? And I would be like, seriously, at this party, like, if you could see the spread. And he would be like, okay, what do you have there? What are your options? So it was like I had like help, like immediate help to help me in those moments of weakness, like when I would feel like I will just attack the table and pick every wrong thing, Yeah, so I had help. Products that I put in my water, the matcha tea, the detox blends, all of them. Actually, I'll mention that last week I had traveled for training and I had carried my Nella products with me. So one of the things that I was doing was I was drinking the matcha tea to keep alert during my training. And however, I was not taking my detox blends on my first day. The next day, I carried them and I put them in my water and infused it and drank it. And my goodness, it's like my body, it's like I felt a lease of life. That is the truth. I felt so alert. It was like I woke up like it's morning. You know, I was so alert. And I was like, oh my goodness, the difference the detox blends make. So I began to realize that I needed to do it as a lifestyle.